All right. What's going on, y'all? Hope you can hear me okay. Hope there isn't a lot of blowing in the background for whatever reason, speaking through the computer. But as you can see, who's on deck? And yeah, this will get ugly. It's pretty ugly. But apparently, uh, allegedly, Jigga may be in some trouble. Yeah, man. So I'm doing this late at night. So obviously, uh, just drop comments in the comments section. I'm gonna try to make this short. Like, share, subscribe. But yeah, your boy Hove, quote unquote Hove, may be in a little bit of hot water. And I'm just gonna go through the story now. I'll say this, and I've said this before about these celebrities that you worship so much. And really, this is just another example of why you shouldn't put all your stock in these celebrities at all for anything. For anything. But I mean, first off, Rip, they don't think about you at all. They could kill less. And, you know, I hope this didn't happen. But understand that whenever stuff like this comes out, all right, and for the lawyer to put this out there, okay, a lawyer who has managed to do good with these cases, with these class action suits, which this is apparently with all the allegations and all the suits towards Diddy, apparently this is probably what this is going to become. But well, probably it is. I mean, he has a bunch of accusers, but I don't think he'll just throw this out there just just to get some sort of reaction from the press. I think that possibly, I mean, maybe there might be some things there. Now let me do this because, well, actually, I'm not even gonna go there yet because I was about to go to X or Twitter or whatever you call it, but I can't. X, it's a sewer over there. Like sometimes you don't know what you're gonna run into, and it has nothing to do with the cookies either. It's just if the story is salacious enough, just I've said it before, just tread lightly. But yeah, these allegations came out. Jigga put out a story. We'll go through that. Well, not a story, but a response, a pretty quick response, because he hasn't been responding to anything, knowing that his name has been all up in this story. But now the lawyer took a direct shot, so he decided to throw a salvo back immediately. Now, keep in mind, the diddler did that same tactic, and look what happened. So if Jay, he may want to be careful, and we're reading some of the responses and the mentions in. I looked at the Shade Room because they put his response up, and I'll be going to Daily Mail, but they were like, yeah, Jay, mess around and find out, blah, blah, blah. He's different. I mean, all you need is one more because you got one out there. And keep in mind, the lawyer throws this out there and turns out not to be true. His career is over. So I don't think no one's just going to go throw that out there unless there might be something. And yeah, I was saying with these celebrities, whenever something major like this is going on to a celebrity, either there are footprints, or there are rumors, or there are whispers about these guys doing things, or they're kind of doing it in your face and you just don't want to believe it. All right, we were just speaking on Psychopathia's platform just yesterday, actually, and we were talking about the subject of Tank. Tank said yet another, spoke on the alphabet community, and very alphabet friendly. He's done this before, so he just needs to come out the closet already. But and I've spoken about dude before, but he mentioned Prince, and Prince, he said, "Yeah, this guy has always been gay," and it's something that you don't want to. He's so talented. People don't want to say it, but looking back at some of the stuff that he has promoted, all right, even back when I wasn't thinking about that, when he was on stage performing at the MTV Music Awards with his butt cheeks out in tight pants, you don't want to admit it, but it's there, all right? And so, and we were speaking about it, just have a whole new perspective now. I mean, when he passed, I was talking about how the news media used to talk about his music, obviously, but especially how they said, yeah, he always pushed this androgynous image as far as his sexuality is concerned. Like David Bowie and like Michael Stipe, and yeah, he really expanded sex. And I even thought back then, I said, okay, Michael Stipe and David Bowie were both gay. All right. Prince once wore a corset to promote an album. Okay. Just looking back at it, you just got to admit, yeah, maybe this guy was, in fact, at the very least, bisexual. You know what I mean? And with these other stars, if there are whispers, or if there are, if you see them doing things, like you've heard whispers for years that Diddy was a homosexual. And sure enough, look at everything that's coming out. For years, Bill Cosby was called Pill Cosby. This was dating back to the 80s and 70s. And look what comes out. Michael walked around with kids talking about going in bed, hopping in, sleeping with them in the same bed and everything. Any other person on the planet that was behaving like that, I mean, what would you call him? Any other person on the planet, but it's Michael Jackson. And so with Jay, how many times have you heard that he likes them real young? All right. You've heard about Foxy. Nas brought it up in Ether. Come on now. Now, Beyonce, listen, she was legal, but some people would say that was pretty young. But then there were other things have come up. Even Foxy, she might have slipped the tongue on the Combat Jack show. If you get a chance, Combat Jack is somewhere on SoundCloud. You can get all the shows. Great. One of the best, by the way, like these other guys, Vlad or whatever, don't hold a candle to Combat Jack, but it's a great interview. And somewhere during that interview, Foxy Brown just made some Freudian slips, probably about her man Jigga, right? Literally her man, from what was understood back then, picking her up from high school, all right? I mean, Foxy Brown, when she came out, she had very mature, direct rap. She's one of those rappers, like the first time she came out, she immediately had an impact. And yeah, the rumor was that Jigga Man was, you know, he and her were an item, but she was what, in high school? So there were whispers about this dude. And I'm not saying that this is true, but it's just not far-fetched that, yeah, maybe possibly there's some truth to it. And these people just, when you look on Twitter and they're talking about, oh, they're trying to take down another brother, a billionaire. Do you guys understand that it doesn't matter if you're a billionaire, that Elon Musk is gonna be a trillionaire in the next year or two? Why do you think he and the Orange one are so close? He's doing it for tax. He's gonna be a trillionaire in the next 2 years. As is Bezos. All these guys are pushing trillionaire. What, Jay-Z, that was a dumb line. Oh, what's better than 1 billionaire, 2 billionaire? Like, well, these white folks, if they're billionaires, they jump off a bridge. We gotta break out of this myth of these black celebrities. Jay-Z came up rapping in entertainment. He didn't create something new. It's not like he was Steve Jobs. He's an artist at the end of the day. So let's just go through. I'm gonna go to what is it, the Daily Mail, and just read through that. And shout out to everybody that's come in, by the way. Hey, Mikey, what's up? Last call, what's going on? Anybody else listening in the clouds? But yeah, man, this dude, I mean, it just is what it is. If Jay-Z falls, it's another thing. You got people blaming black folks like, y'all we got to take a brother down. How the fuck are we going to take this man down? Like, we have no power. You know, I mean, maybe he owes some favors that now the Bills do. But black with him, nobody's going to take this dude down. It just is what it is. But he hung around with a dude who, for years, was known to be grimy. This was his buddy since the 90s. So I'm not saying he was at the Diddy parties, but then again, look at the pictures. He's just at the Diddy parties. It's just, you know what I'm saying? So let's read. Let's go to the Here it is. Gotta go through this. Your boy Jigga Man was, and this is where I shop at. I think this is ShopRite or whatever. Anyways, Jigga Man accused of violating a minor alongside Diddy at a party after the 2000. Oh, by the way, let me just make sure that I see this. Hold on. Let me make sure that everybody sees this, and if everyone can hear me, that's good. All right. Let me point here. This is a piggy bank right here. Again, this is all from Temu. I mean, like, I'm not gonna, yeah. Anyways, this is obviously pain medication. This is Chinese. Just show you, what we got here. But anyway, let's keep it moving. The accuser, who identifies herself as Jane Doe in the legal docs, reviewed by Daily Mail, says the assault took place at a party after the award show. This is from the Daily Mail, by the way. The lawsuit has initially been filed in New York Southern District this past October against Combs, with a refiling on Sunday naming Jigga, who's 55, real name Shawn Carter. Let's keep going down. And I'm just the commentary on what this man is just, he has turned into a real weirdo. All right. I mean, it says the woman accusing the rapper claims that the violation took place at an after party following the event, which took place September 7th, 2000, so about 25 years ago, at a New York City Radio City Music Hall. Now, I believe if it happened there, I'm not saying there were cameras of it happening, but I'm sure they have a camera of her there. All right. So Jigga issued a lengthy statement to the Daily Mail on Sunday denying the claims made in the refiled lawsuit. The Daily Mail has also reached out to Beyonce representative. Why would they do that? I mean, those two, I mean, come on now. Like she has anything to do with it. But what's she gonna say? Yeah, I'm gonna divorce him? Like why even bring her up at this point? I'm not in the beehive or nothing. So chill with that. All right. So guys, look at this. This dude, what this shows you, these rappers, keep in mind, rap was supposed to be about rebellion. All right. It was supposed to be for guys, men, black men who didn't have their voice. But as a person myself who doesn't believe in conspiracies and shit like that, like this right here, this is just that, like, you guys have turned into complete weirdos. Look at, you can't see his hairstyle here. Let me just go down a little bit. I mean, and this is the statement. Look at him how he looks here. He looks normal here with the Caesar and everything. I don't expect him to wear the do-rag or nothing, but just wear the Caesar and what have you. But yeah, again, this is like from way back. But when you look at dude, and that's the lawyer that's going up against him, yeah, he looks normal here. But dude, what is this? And this is, he's wearing this in as a muse to the artist Basquiat, the gay guy. And I'm mentioning he's gay not because, okay, what, like, who cares if he's gay? But you guys used to do nothing but gay bash all back in the day. Now all of a sudden, that's who your muse is after. Unbelievable with these. Look at it. Come on now. This dude looks strange. And some of the outfits he wears and stuff, he just looks like a total weirdo. But let's continue. So obviously the statement, and here's what's strange about this statement. This was from Rock Nation, but it wasn't signed. And he didn't put his name in it. Well, let me read it. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt. Okay, whose lawyer, right? Called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny will make me want to settle. Now, keep that in mind because we're going to get to that in just a second. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I've done a bit of research on, oh, have you, seemed to have the pattern of these type of theatrics. He says, I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human being, Mr. Busby, but I promise you, I have seen your kind many times. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine? Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. But he didn't say he didn't have valor. Let's continue. My only heartbreak is for my family. Oh, my wife, the beehive, and I will have to sit with our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of ignorance. Oh, stop it, Jay. I mean, did you mourn the ignorance of all the people you poisoned, this fake drug lord persona, selling bricks and all this other shit? Stop it already. Right? And we can go down some other things as well. But children should not have to endure such at their young age. What is, and I forgot his daughter's name, what is she enduring going on tour with her mother at such a young age? Dancing in front of all those people and basically witnessing all the weirdness that's in the entertainment industry. If you really want to keep your kids sheltered, right? Come on now. LH2K, what's going on? Said, it's unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. Never heard Jay-Z talk like this before, So eloquent. Makes me wonder if he tried to write this. I mean, try to talk like Jigga while saying this. I gotta learn I gotta get up on my AI really, because I can't even imagine Jay saying this. But my heart and support goes out to the victims of the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. Now, this guy has settled some pretty big cases. I doubt, excuse me, his suit is, I think his suit may be a bit costly. All right. He settled some pretty big cases. You have made the terrible error in judgment in thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man. Here we go. All right. So he's young Hova now. I mean, we just dude is 55, but now he's young Hova. Come on, bro. I have a touch screen, so excuse me. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. Oh my God. We don't play these type of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Dude, like this is too much. You seem to protect them for personal gain. Our only network of conspiracy theorists, fake psychics, will believe the idiotic claims that you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. And it seems all the gigabots love that line. Anyways, again, that's what you're seeing on the left. That's a nightlight, right? This is from Temu. So don't play with me. But let's go down. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby, blah, blah, blah. We've already read this. Jay-Z, who has 3 children from his 16-year marriage. They don't mention the other son that they're trying to out, but whatever. 3 children from his 16-year marriage and a daughter and another kid with Beyonce. My only heartbreak is for my family, blah, blah, blah. Ivy, Blue Ivy, that's who it is. She's 12 years old. Blue Ivy is 12 years old and she's immersed in this entertainment. So stop acting like, oh, I'm shielding my kids, blah, blah, blah. Stop it. There goes Durag J. Let's keep going down. This is a shot from that party, that same party. And look who's there, Miss J-Lo, right? Who looks a lot darker in that picture, does she not? He looks a lot darker. But we're talking about a minor, a preteen, right? At a party, an industry party, a preteen. So someone would have had to let them in. And all of these celebs are around. And I mean, look, this is alleged. As I said earlier, this can make or break either career. Okay, if one of these guys are wrong. But a lot of celebs there, man. A lot. So what, would J-Lo be a witness? Is this X? Diddy. This is Diddy. I mean, there's got to be a couple of celebrities there, whatever. But and this looks like Kim. Anyway, let's continue. The rap staple, whose hits include Empire State of Mind, Big Pimpin', Can I Get Up, took a personal aim at Busby, who has taken on more than 100 cases against Combs. So this is why he's saying that this dude is an ambulance chaser. All right. He's got all these cases against his friend, but it's interesting. You didn't say anything or speak up for your so-called friend while this was happening. If he was innocent, you would say something. If you weren't involved, you would say something, but you didn't until he came after you. Anyways, let's keep going down. Wrapped up his statement, blah, blah, blah. It was sent to Daily Mail, published an Instagram account for Jigga Man's Network Nation label. So this is Mr. Busby right here. This does not look like a cheap suit. All right. This guy is raking in the dough, as they say. But let's go down. This right here, defendant Shawn Carter, a male on information and belief, maintains residence in New York and LA. Defendant Carter is more commonly known as Jay-Z, Jigga Man. Carter was identified in a plaintiff original complaint as Celebrity A prior to filing this amended, this letter, frivolous, blah, blah, blah. Employers and former associates attempt to silence platform. Legal documents against Jay-Z indicate that he was past referred as Celebrity A, blah, blah, blah. In the suit filed by Busby's firm, the accuser said the sexually essay, I hate speaking like this, occurred at a house party. Okay, so wait a minute now. See, that's a little different. That's a little different. Because I heard people saying, oh, how could it be at an industry? This was a house party. That's a little different as far as who's let in and who isn't. That's different. And believe that she could gain, the accuser was hoping to attend the VMAs, was a bucket list aspiration according to the lawsuit, and believes she can gain entry. The show started. She approached several limousine drivers parked nearby and attempted to walk her way into either the event or after party. This is a 13-year-old now. This is a 13-year-old. The accuser said in the lawsuit that the limo driver, who should be investigated if this is true, right? Should be investigated, liked younger girls. Like, how old did this 13-year-old look? I mean, seriously. In the rear case, I mean, I guess the 13-year-old can look. Well, really, well, actually, she can't, because as soon as they open their mouth, you know. So that driver, I think should be, yeah. If this is true, the driver said he would return to pick up the accuser. Where's her parents, by the way? That's another thing. This is like, look, again, there's a lot here. And we really need to wait to see if somebody else comes up and says something, he's done. He's done. But just the circumstances with this girl, 13 years old, walking up to limos. I mean, how was she dressed? How could you possibly have been dressed as a 13-year-old? All right. Is she I'm just trying to understand that. But said after following a 20-minute drive, she arrived at where she believed to be a large white residence with a gated U-shaped driveway, and was told sign her name to the document. And she now believes to have been a non-disclosure agreement, as she didn't receive a copy. Once in the home, again, it's 13-year-old, who'd she go with? The accuser recognized many celebrities and attempted to mingle in the crowd, a 13-year-old, and speak with people. Marijuana and cocaine was used as part of the widespread drug use that she witnessed inside, the accuser said in the suit. Right? The accuser said she took a drink, a reddish yellow mixture that tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, something bitter. I mean, listen, it's a private party. Are there cameras? Like, you can see all these things. There's no cameras there, though. Began to feel woozy and lightheaded, making her need to lie down. So a 13-year-old is going into a party like this, drinking, okay? And obviously, if you're 13, if you drink something strong, you're gonna fall out. All right. I mean, as a teenager, I'd drink something 16, 17 now even. But a 13-year-old takes a strong drink. That 13-year-old didn't, get sick from poisoning. Like, nobody asks, okay, whose kid is this? She went by herself? Let's keep going down. The accuser said in the legal documents that she had laid down what appeared to be in an empty bedroom, and subsequently Combs, Jay-Z, and a female celebrity referred to as Celebrity B entered the room. Could that Celebrity B have been J-Lo? This whole story is weird. Combs aggressively approached the plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her and said, you are ready to, he'd really have to be a creep to look at a 13-year-old. You're ready to party, the legal document said. The accuser said in the lawsuit that Combs threw her toward a wall. So immediately, Combs saw her, didn't warm her up, and just did this, leading her to fall, then grabbed her again, threw her on the bed, The accuser said Jay-Z began stripping her down as she grew more and more disoriented. And they held her down as he, violated her while Combs and Celebrity B watched. Who is Celebrity B? That's what I want to know. Who's Celebrity B? Who's Celebrity B? After Jay-Z finished, he stepped back towards the wall. Combs then stepped forward and violated plaintiff while Carter and Celebrity. Okay, I've already read that. According to legal docs in the 2000 incident, another celebrity stood by and watched as Combs and Carter took turns. Many others were present at the party, but did nothing. Were many others watching this? Carter has been with Combs during many such instances described herein. Both perpetrators must face justice. The accuser said in legal documents that Combs tried to force her to perform, tried to force her to buff the helmet, at which point she fought back, standing up quickly. Again, I want to reiterate, 13. Standing up quickly and punching out at the same time, hitting Combs in the neck, in which point he stopped the attempt. I want to go down, when did she leave this? She was able to escape the property, retrace her route by the limo driver. Mind you, it took 20 minutes for the limo driver to drive her there. So if it took 20 minutes, it probably took hours for this 13-year-old to walk home. All right. I didn't think that I'd be like this. It sounds like cap. It does, but maybe it's not. I don't have any proof, but this just sounds very weird. 13 years old. She's still drunk, by the way. Understand that. When you get drunk at that age, you don't learn how to hold your liquor like that. 13, drunk, 20 minutes to get there, just left the property, and while drunk, retraced her steps in what would have been probably, I don't know, a 2 hour or so walk, 1 hour or two, something like that. 13 at night. Look, again, not trying to call cap from it, but listen. Absolutely. What's going on? I'm just looking back in the chat. Pocket Watcher, thanks again. Thanks for giving me that information, giving us that information, bro. We needed that. Billy Carson he's not finished, but yeah, go check out Pocket Watcher and check out Billy Carson. Billy Carson's a piece of shit. Information, man. What's the deal, man? Back a buck. What's going on? Yeah, it just doesn't. Everything about this is just weird. Those two violate her, some other celebrity watching, and she said other celebrities were watching the shit. At 13, yet this is got to be her first drink at 13. And even if you there are the rare occasions when there are children. We can think Drew Barrymore, who was a junkie at a very young age, right? But even then, you can't hold the stuff like that. So she drank something that probably fucked her head up. Then out of nowhere, Diddy just grabs her, doesn't warm her up, just starts violating her. And Jay-Z jumps in, a 13-year-old. And someone else is watching. And then they try to do it again. And this 13-year-old punches Diddy, who's a grown man, right? So you don't have to turn these guys into more monstrous than they probably are, which is what this seems like. But then she gets up in her stage again, drunk something that had her damn near pass out, and she finds the wherewithal as a 13-year-old to just leave what's probably a mansion, right? A mansion. Finds her way out of a mansion and retraces. Can she even at 13? I mean, you're able to look out the window unless they were driving down a main block? But if the mansion, everything about it, the mansion's probably in a gated community or somewhere secluded. But you just walk down after a 20-minute drive. You leave the house and you walk maybe, an hour or two to where you're going and find your way home. Got to be more to the story. She suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, a seizure, and seizure disorder caused by stress and trauma. Yeah, she was traumatized. Drunk and traumatized, and found a way to walk back home. She has difficulty maintaining normal relationships and lives largely withdrawn from society. The accuser is asking the court, okay, here it is. This is what got Jigga stirred up. Unspecified damages in the suit, which had been filed under New York State for, and by the way, let me just, guys, this is from Temu. This is a light right here. This is a regular flashlight. All right, so I just want to make that clear. I mean, this is Temu. So when you see the weird ads, that's what that is. And of course, this is a plumbing thing. So, let's just let y'all know. But anyways, yeah, Sunday filing marks is the time that Busby is named a public figure in the Combs document. The legal documents filed against Jay-Z indicate that he was past referred to as Celebrity A in the filing, and says he has homes in New York City, Los Angeles. This is Jigga leaving with B. Busby told TMZ in a statement Sunday evening, Mr. Carter previously denied being the one who sued me and my firm. This was a pushback. Matter of fact, let me go. Hold on a second, y'all. We're going to go back and I'm going to read what Mr. Busby himself said. All right, so let's just go back to the shade room. And here we go. Here it is. See, share the screen. All right. Okay. So here's what Busby said regarding the Jay-Z case and his efforts to silence my clients. Mr. Carter previously denied being the one who sued me and my firm. He filed his frivolous case under a pseudonym, which was Roc Nation. All right. Which I mentioned before. What he fails to say in his recent statement is my firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, and that victim never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she only sought a confidential mediation. Since I sent the letter on her behalf, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. His conduct has the opposite impact. She is emboldened. So they're both saying the same shit to each other, throwing the same shots. I'm very proud of her resolve. As far as the allegations in the complaint filed, we will let the filing speak for itself. And it did. And it doesn't make any sense. And we'll litigate the facts in court, not the media. Yeah. The man, yeah. Let's read what this girl says. He said, have you all even read the filing? The man literally tried to extort Jay, and when he couldn't, he got the woman to refile, adding Jay into her lawsuit against Diddy. That's literally blackmail and extortion. And he has a history of doing this, especially in Houston. So that's probably when Jay said, Jay was like, I know guys like you extort, blah, blah, blah. Jay's probably talking about how he was probably extorted as an artist. So yeah, this is very strange. This is very strange. Let me go to gotta find the Jay-Z Busby exposed broad lawsuits. And even Diddy. Oh, let's go back, because Diddy had also, his lawyers made a statement, because they got about 100 cases against Diddy. So let's go to Diddy and let's see. All right. The amended complaint and recent extortion lawsuit against Mr. Busby exposes his barrage of lawsuits against Mr. Combs for what they are: shameless publicity stunts designed to extract payments from celebrities who fear having lies spread about them, just as lies have been spread about Mr. Combs. As his legal team has said before, Mr. Combs has full confidence in the facts and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail that Mr. Combs never sexually assaulted or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. So Busby better have his, again, it just sounds very strange. It sounds very strange. Okay, look at, I guess, Meek got something to say. Meek, who should just be keeping quiet. The goal is to start false narrative to create a matrix web. If you can control the storyline, you control the matrix. American media is totally unbelievable. I see Jay-Z third year. But again, Jay, people have said these things about him before. This isn't the first time with Jay. Understand that. And look at, this is J-Lo, who's, thanks to a few doctors and what have you, she's kept herself up. So she's back in the market again, as you know. But let's read some of the, the gigabots, basically. Let's see, is this comment? These are the likes. I'm trying to go to the comments, doggone it. What? Trying to go to the comments, y'all. Can't open up the comments. Hold on, maybe there's another way to go to the comments. Yeah, this is the way. Yeah, I can't go to the comments. Because I wanted to read them. Unless it's this way. I don't want to. I can't go to the comments right now, so for whatever reason. But yeah, man. Yeah, it doesn't. They need more. I hate to use a jigger line, but they need more people. They need something else, because the story just sounds very weird. Sounds extremely weird. But again, y'all, when you got people out there, they're talking about how, the main thing I hate is, Black Twitter or Black people are the one trying to take this dude down. Nobody's trying to take Jay down. All right. Nobody's trying to take this dude down. This dude, these celebrities are all weirdos. Jay is not here to save y'all, man. Seriously. None of these celebrities are here to save you. They're not here to save you. They're going to use you. If this thing goes another level, you're going to see Jay-Z calling out to Black people saying, listen, I did this and that. But Jay will never mention, though, how he helped to gentrify Brooklyn. See, he's never going to bring that up. He's never going to mention that when people were trying to do a protest against Wall Street, Occupy Wall Street, he goes out there and does Occupy all streets and starts selling T-shirts. Jay's not going to mention, he's not going to mention how something as serious as taking a knee, the Kaepernick situation, which for what it's worth, it was for something that, we were trying to make a statement. And he goes in with Goodell and he's like, let's make some money out of this. Let's just the kneeling. We kind of gotten past that. We got past that. And he's sitting there with Goodell, and Goodell's just looking at him like a pimp looks at his hoe, and like, yeah, Jay, like, this is too much, man. I mean, thanks for legitimizing the bullshit. He's not going to mention how when Barney's was harassing black people in their stores, this was going on for about 2 weeks. He's not going to mention how when that happened, he got with the Barney CEO or one of their high executives, and he not only went ahead and did a deal with Barney's when everybody was saying, listen, Jay, black people were getting smacked around and assaulted in Barney's. He not only did a deal with them, he went in and he started partying with them. Like, whatever, man. Look, I'm here to make money. So, or Jay is not going to talk about how he went on stage and he fixed his lips to say, black folk need to get our shit together. This guy, with his lyrics and how many black men has he sent to jail trying to emulate what he was doing? So Jay's not going to say all of this, but when they get in big trouble, or when the heat is tight as far as this so-called system, he's gonna be the first one to say, oh, listen, bro, like, they're trying to take down a brother. They're trying to take down another black billionaire. There are other black billionaires, folks. And again, I say, being a billionaire ain't that big a deal now. You watch in a year, 2 years, maybe less, you're going to see white trillionaires. Billionaire is going to be the new millionaire. You know how 20 is the 40 is a new 20? Billionaire is going to be the new millionaire. Make a song about that. So yeah, I just think, man, that the lawsuit seems strange. I just want to speak about it. Throwing 13-year-old in there, it's, it gets eyes on the internet, but you need more to the story. It just seems very weird. It really does. I mean, and a 13-year-old gets drunk and she gets there by herself. She goes through all these people, dude. Nobody stops this woman. Who are you with? Where are your parents at? Nobody. How does she look? Is she I don't know. Does she I don't even know how a 13-year-old can look even near like a young adult. How? So if that's the case, shouldn't everybody, like, you can get names of people who were there. There are other people you can find. I mean, now I hate to, that's like I'm sticking up for Diddy and Jigga now, but it looks, the story just doesn't fit the smell test. We'll see. There better be more. He's got to have something else up his sleeve. He has to. And if they let this 13-year-old in that party, and if those Jigga and Diddy did in fact do what he claims they did, then their jail cells should have bunk beds, because other people saw that happen. Crazy, man. listen, that's it, man. That's all I needed to say on this. And yeah, I wanted to really get into the comments. I'm not gonna go to X or Twitter. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, man, let me just tell you, this story is very strange. And you know, we're gonna need more, but I'll just say, like I said at the beginning of this video, look, whenever you see something happen to a celebrity like this, and I'm just thinking that sort of could have been Mary J? I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Who's also been pretty quiet through all of this, and these are her boys right here. So, but whenever you see a celebrity that is accused of these things, okay, look and see if there was any were there any breadcrumbs before? You know, were there whispers before? Because there have been whispers of Jay being a Chester, just like there were whispers of Diddy being you know, switch hidden. And that is true. That turned out to be true. You saw the pictures and the memes and everything, but there have been many whispers of Jay being a Chester. So if this story turns out to be true, and Mistress Monica, what's up? If this story turns out to be true, I would not be shocked. But but this lawyer, I'm kind of siding more with Jay as far as this story is concerned. The lawyer's got to the story just doesn't fit the smell test for some reason. And if it turns out that he was lying, then it's gonna hurt his career. I mean, he's gonna lose all credibility. But yeah, man. Look, thanks for coming through. Leave comments at the bottom, right? And just let me know, like, what do you think? I mean, does this story fit the smell test? I mean, it sounds pretty weird to me. It sounds strange. I know that Jay is probably DMing Billy Carson right now, and Juan Soto. Juan Soto's a Met, okay, which I feel good about, and I'm a Mets fan. But yeah, a couple of things kept his name off the front paper, all right, because they're like the allegations are bad, but again, you just yeah. It's we gotta see what's up with it. You know, I know a lot of people. Nobody's jumping down Jay's neck. Nobody's trying to pull him down. Freaking celebritards. It's a news story. I'm just reporting a news story. And again, just stop it with the celebrity worship. If Jay-Z, if he does in fact turns out that he did do this, then like stop, like he just did, and then he'll get in trouble and they'll find somebody else. Who knows? Rick Rose is looking like he's trying to take Diddy's place. All right, they'll find another black billionaire to stick in front of us to keep us calm. All right, but again, like billionaire, like there's, and another thing too. Speaking of Elon Musk, because as you know, the orange one, he's our next president. And with all this talk about tethers, look at Trump's proposed cabinet. You dumb motherfuckers who kept attacking black immigrants and so like I'm going to talk about that. I just had to get back on. I'm kind of getting to the groove again because on my job they have me in this training and I didn't have time and I just had to do it tonight. But you dudes, man, I mean, it's a simple case of divide and conquer, and they're divided up all blacks. And as you can see from Trump's cabinet, a bunch of tethers, all white. He doesn't give a shit. Anyway, man, like, share, and subscribe. Leave some comments at the bottom. Let me know what you think. And until next time, man. And shout out to Information Man and Mistress Monica and Pocket Watch with JT. Go check his last video and look at Billy Carson's buffoonery, and Back a Book and everyone else, the fraud and charlatans. What's going on, man? They're still after you, man. I don't know what's like that woman, man. She's insane. She's crazy. But yeah, man, thanks for coming through. You know, peace out until next time, man. And yeah, stay tuned. Whatever's gonna happen to Jigga. I'm out.